Watch The Narcissist in Action, Humiliation Part 2. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. You ought to have seen the first part of this connected series, whereby a narcissist father humiliated his son by destroying his Xbox and causing the humiliated and upset child's reaction to be broadcast on YouTube. The father is at it again, once again utilizing what he deems to be good parenting, as he has placed the video on a channel and described as good parenting, whereby, on this occasion, he's engaging in the administration of what he deems as a suitable punishment towards a child for getting bad grades. You will see once again the conduct of the father towards the child, and I'll invite you as you watch the footage to look for the various manipulations that are taking place, alongside also understanding what type of narcissist you may be watching. Once again, this material has been deemed appropriate by the narcissist for uploading and placing on the internet for other people to watch the humiliation of a child, which signifies its own brand of absence of emotional empathy. Here comes the footage.
Hey world, once again, these kids and these electronics, and they want to act right. So guess what? My youngest finna get his PlayStation demolished. But guess what? This time, I'm not gonna do it. He wanna sit there, he wanna play Fortnite, he wanna do this, get F's in school, taking the baby's phone, playing Fortnite. So y'all follow me. This is what's about to go down. Tracy! 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 Come here. So, you watch YouTube videos again this morning on PlayStation? On the phone? What did I tell you next time we're gonna have? Did I tell you PlayStation's gonna get it? Right? Come on. I'm not gonna tell you that. You gonna take your own shit up. Put your cup down. Don't worry about feeding the dog. Dog, I don't wanna hear it. I don't wanna hear it.
No, do that outside, not in here.
Do it outside.
Yeah, bring it back here because we're
Hold on a second. Leave it right there. Hold on, I'll be right back. No, talk to the camera. Tell them how you don't listen. Let's go. I don't want to hear nothing about no YouTube. You was on YouTube. Every time you on YouTube. Go here. Shut up that crying. Shut up. Shut it up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Beat it up. Beat it up. Now you better hit it like you better hit it. Beat it up. Beat it up. Beat it harder. Beat that thing up. Hit it. Hold on, man. Beat it up. Man, you ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it right. Move out the way. Move. Come on. Come on. Here, hold this. Here, hold this. Here, drop it on there. Drop that thing on there. Don't drop it on. Move out the way. Move out the way. Move. See that? Huh? Oh man, it's getting cracked up pretty good now. Come on. Beat it up. Beat it up. Keep on beating it. Keep on beating it. Beat it up. That's all you got? That's all you got? Come on, man. You can do better than that. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? Huh? What you crying for? You don't know why? Why was you watching YouTube this morning? Before you getting ready for school? Huh? You don't know?
Once again, the father has decided that it's appropriate for him to record the punishment of his child and place it on the internet. Such humiliation shows a lack of boundary recognition, an absence of emotional empathy, and a parental abrogation of responsibilities and duties. In this individual's mind, he believes this is good parenting. The video that was uploaded was described as such. He believes that as a consequence of the child not performing with regard to their grades and not getting ready for school, means that it is appropriate to destroy property that belongs to the young child. Accordingly, you see him on camera wrapping up the PlayStation in some, like a bag, and he explains that this time he's not going to do the demolishing. He then calls for the child. There are other people there, and in front of them, he explains, you're going to take your own stuff outside, and he gives the child a metal stick, which looks like a jemmy or such like. Immediately, the child is upset. He's instructed to shut up. The child is then taken outside with his father, and he's instructed to beat his own PlayStation. He starts to do so, but he's told that he's to do it harder, so that he's to damage it. The child is visibly upset, but there's no sympathy being provided by the father as he continues to urge him to beat it. The father then picks up a rock from the garden and drops it onto the PlayStation, clearly breaking it. He then takes the rock and hands it to the kid to make him do it, but it's clearly too heavy for the child, and he therefore takes it back and then throws it on the machine again. He instructs for the child to beat it, keep on beating it. The child remains upset and hits it a couple of times. The father returns. "That's all you got," he taunts. "You can do better than that." He then picks up the machine and places it behind the tyre of his car. And then, again, showing an absence of emotional empathy, asks, "What are you crying for?" It's patently apparent while the child is crying, but it's evident that his father is savouring the misery of his son. His narcissism tells him that he's doing this on the basis of disciplining the child, that this is the punishment that he deserves as a consequence of the fact that he was watching YouTube rather than getting ready for school in the morning. Naturally, that's something that many children do, but many parents would not deem that it's appropriate thereafter to destroy property that belongs to him as a consequence of such behaviour. This narcissist deems that it is appropriate to treat him this way. He taunts him, asking what is he crying for, questions him about why he was watching YouTube, and then reverses the vehicle over the PlayStation, breaking it further. He then reaches out of the vehicle, picks up the bag, and slams the PlayStation to the floor as the child turns away. There's no manifestation of fury here. The narcissist keeps control, but what he does is he humiliates his son by taking property that belongs to him and destroys it, and does so whilst being filmed for the purposes of placing this on the internet. The child recognises that this is what is going to happen as he makes reference earlier on in the conversation to YouTube. Another instance whereby the narcissist father is demonstrating a complete disregard for the property of somebody else, lack of boundary recognition, a mistaken belief that his way is appropriate, in essence it's my way or the highway, the destruction of property, which is a rudimentary manipulation, that he's doing so in a humiliating and belittling manner without any due cause or concern for the child, believing that he's teaching him a lesson. In terms of the type of narcissist that you're looking at here, what are your thoughts? What do you believe that you're seeing? There doesn't appear to be any facade that's generated. Remember, the father knows that he's placing this on the internet, and there are other adults around when he behaves like this in this video and in the earlier video. He doesn't seem to care what other people would think about him, other than he believes that he's doing good parenting. Judging by the comments, the vast majority of people believe that this is not good parenting, and therefore his is a skewed view. It would appear that he doesn't utilise a facade, and therefore that would discount him from being mid-range. You can see from the house that there is a degree of money in the household. You saw in the first video and then the second video that there are reasonably expensive motor vehicles. The house is of a reasonable size. There are various electronics that are available. So this is unlikely to be the property of a lower lesser, who would be more of an out-and-out loser. It's also unlikely to be that of a middle lesser also. You would also expect that if you're dealing with a lower lesser or a middle lesser, they'd be dragging the child around, shouting and screaming. This particular narcissist shows a greater control. Whilst they're threatening and they use poor language in front of the child, in the circumstances, they exhibit a greater level of control compared to that of lower lesser or middle lesser. The father is not somebody that appears to offer a lot of charisma, although there is some showcasing as a consequence of the way that he placed the camera in the first video, part 1, and the fact that he's recording all of this. But ultimately, you have an individual here who is bombastic, who is belligerent. He's bullying. He's bullying a small child by destroying his property and humiliating him. It's, you better behave yourself, otherwise you're going to get your medicine. And therefore, given the socioeconomic information that's provided, the higher threshold of control compared to, say, what you would see with a middle lesser or a lower lesser, the fact that the individual clearly has access to some form of income and, furthermore, demonstrates a particularly bullish approach to the issue of discipline, along with the desire to humiliate by placing this on the internet, the appropriate outcome, absent additional information, would be that you're watching an upper lesser type B in action in relation to the humiliation of a child. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for watching.